Hey everyone, my name's Joe, and you're listening to Your Daily Cup of Joe. And that's our second episode. Today's a beautiful day. It's March 16th, 2020. First things first, I want to address our topic, and again, it's about the coronavirus. Another thing I want to address is last episode, I was talking about PC gamers and how they're going to change their PC into helping fight back the coronavirus, and I kind of explained it wrong, so I want to tell you like what it really does. So it's the program that you use folding at home. It's kind of like crypto. If you don't know what crypto is, it's an online currency. Um, and essentially, what this app does is it helps scientists and laboratories, people who work at the laboratories, fix, or no, not fix, but crunch certain amount of numbers into solving them. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, the first thing I want to talk about today is the governor of New York has addressed that all schools, restaurants, and bars are to shut down. What that means is, yeah, they're going to be shut down. They won't be open anytime soon. What the governor is trying to do is he's trying to slow the area of where this coronavirus spreads. If he can control that, then less people can get the symptoms and then start getting sick. Um, what do I think about this? I think it's fine. I think he's just trying to minimize how many people get the cases, and yeah. And then New York has reached over 1,000 deaths, so that's another reason he's trying to maintain how many deaths there are because he doesn't want 1,000 deaths, and it's already to that, and and it's crazy because I mean this started in January, well, okay, late December, where we were just talking about how China has it, and I didn't even think it was going to reach America. Now here we are. We're just alone. New York has reached over 1,000. I mean, deaths. It's pretty nerve-wracking. But like I said in my last episode, we should not worry. We should put our trust in God. I think He's going to use this to make people realize that yes, there's a creator, and yes, this is bad, but there could be good out of this. Good can come from this. Um, oh yes, I also need to say that he's also closing down gyms. Um, I think the biggest thing that he should have shut down, which he already did, is gyms and schools. Because when you go to schools, you're kind of laid back. You don't have your parents telling you wash your hands and do simple hygiene, so you're not really going to do that. And when the school that I go to, not many people practice good hygiene. But since the coronavirus has come, everyone's kind of freaking out, and then that's when they'll start using hand sanitizer, soap, um, and other stuff like that. And I think it's kind of funny how people don't take it as serious when there's rumors, and then when it actually comes, everyone's starting to get serious. And there have been rumors going around that the the president might do a worldwide shutdown, and essentially what that is everyone has to stay at home, and the National Guard will come around and give people food. My thoughts on this is I think this should be a thing, but it's going to affect worldwide, and I don't know, it's not going to be good. Another thing I want to address is the stock market is going down today. Donald Trump has tried to push a bill helping the stock market, and I'm pretty sure it went through. I'm not 100% sure, but this morning, it was going pretty down. A lot of businesses were getting scared. The governor of New York was trying to do something to where it would help some local businesses. I'm not too sure if it went well, but yeah, a lot of people are really scared about the stock market. Um, I want to say something right now. Three top oversold stocks to buy in the coronavirus market crash. So what this essentially is meaning, like there's three stuff. Berkshire Hathaway. This is one company that can not only survive but even benefit from a stock market sell-off um in sure Berkshire stock ex- isn't exempt from getting slammed along with the broader market during a market crash. Even more is its insurance operations and equity holdings can similarly be negative impact by I don't know how to say that. Headwinds, yeah, you get the general idea. And Apple is another one you should try and invest in. Not really much explanatory. And the trade desk. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Because I'm not too good when it comes to stock. So another thing I want to address is Disneyland. So let me pull this up. All right. See you soon. Disney World officially closed its doors. Um, and then also the cruises, they've been closing, and well, there was already a thing sent out to America that no more cruises can be operated, like they all have to be shut down. Another thing is Walt Disney World closes hotel stores to fight the spread of coronavirus. Walt Disney World sends students packing after college program ends early. Disney World, Universal Studios, and then Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, and Legoland close over coronavirus. This is good. A lot of people are butting shoulders, just like the airports. We don't need this, and I think we're doing pretty okay. Taco Bell has technically shut down all their stores, but what they're going to do is online service. So you just kind of like with Grubhub, I'm not sure that's the app they use, but it's that format that you go on and you type in Taco Bell and you can still get the food, but you just can't go to the actual the fast food place. And these app formats or applications that the owners that own this have addressed to all the people who work inside the app, like who actually like take the orders and give it to the people. There's an option now that you don't actually have to ring the doorbell and hand a person the food. You can do like a kind of like a more safer way since the coronavirus is spreading. Another thing I want to address is this morning, me and my family went out to go get food, and we didn't have too much trouble with the food, but all like the paper-based products are empty. Like there's nothing, and this is not surprising. And many people, I think, are wondering like, why is toilet paper so hard to come by? When you think about it, if the rumor is true that I was mentioning earlier about the worldwide close, how we're gonna have self-quarantine and all that good stuff, National Guard isn't gonna give you all the stuff you need. They're just gonna give you small food because they're trying to ration everything. If this is true, do I think it's gonna happen? Maybe, but not soon. I think it's gonna be down the road. Because if you think about it, we just hit the iceberg. I'm pretty sure there's over 3,000 cases. Let me make sure. Yeah, reached over 3,000 cases. So I think we're gonna see a lot more cases. And I was not looking, but I was looking at the news, and there was a Q&A with the governor of North Carolina, not North Carolina, but New York, and it was showing how New York has had, I think it's either New York itself or worldwide, there's been 78,000 recovery cases and only 85 actual cases that still have it. So yeah, this is pretty good. I think we're making a good comeback with cases, and one of the leading doctors that's with Donald Trump and Mike Pence is they are trying to make a self swab. And if you don't know what that is when you go to the hospital or emergency room and you say, "Hey, I had the flu," what they'll usually do is take a swab, which is like it's like something you would do to clean your ears, but you put it up in your nose and you spin it around, and it collects stuff that they send to the lab, which will see if it's the flu or not. Now, what they do now is they have coronavirus now on their computers, and what they do is when they get the swab, they'll send it to the computer and see if it matches with the coronavirus, and then they're like, oh, you have the coronavirus. But they're working on self-swabbing, so they'll send you a swab, and you just swab yourself, you put it, and you send it back, and then you wait a couple of days, and they say you got the coronavirus or not. What do I think about this? I think this is fine. I think this is something we should focus on, because this would be nice. This would be so nice to have. Instead of going to the doctor and then waiting, you could just self-swab, and they'll be able to mass produce this and send this out to many families. And yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about right now with the coronavirus is I have my brother with me, not in the room, but in my house, and he has a job, and he goes out to that job. And when he works around people, he might carry the coronavirus without having it. This is a humongous problem. This is why the coronavirus is so much worse than the flu. Yes, we don't have vaccines, and that's probably another reason why it's worse, because we can't treat it like we do with the flu now. But people can carry it without actually having any symptoms. And, like, he can bring it and we can all have it instantly. Not instantly, but we can all have it in the same house. So I think what we need to focus on is shutting down stores, restaurants, pubs, bars, hotels, gyms, schools. I think I already said that, but you get the idea. Because, like, with my school, we already closed down for 2 weeks. But I don't think it's just going to be 2 weeks. I think it's going to be for a while. We might come back for another week. It's to get some essentials or something like that. I mean, we're taking online classes, and that starts Wednesday for me. I don't know about any other kid. But, yeah, I'm not worried, because we can't not worry. I already addressed this. We have to put our faith in God. Something I want to address is Revelation. In the book of Revelation, it mentions how there are going to be earthquakes in diverse places, and rumors of war, and viruses, and insect-like things, like locusts, a big swarm of them. I think it was China. I'm not too sure. I might look into it and tell you in our next episode, which will be tomorrow. But a big swarm of locusts came in China, and it like wiped out some of their crops, because that's what they do. And parasites and viruses and earthquakes in diverse places and rumors of war, they'll start becoming more and more and more common. And I think, I'm not saying for sure, but if you look at it, we're totally getting closer to the Lord's coming. And I think this is amazing, because I put my faith in God. I know where I'm going. If I was to get the coronavirus and died, I would go to heaven. And if the Lord thinks it's my time to go home, then it's my time to go home. But we should not worry, and we should look forward to when the Lord comes back. Because when we see this happening, and we see that it keeps on coming and coming and coming, and there's more rumors of war, there's more diseases, there's more insects, and there's more this and that, and it comes more commonly, then we're going to realize that it's the Lord's coming. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Shout out to my boy Seth. He's an awesome guy. Go check out his channel. It's Spec Spartan. He makes amazing remixes. And yeah, just thank you for watching and listening, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.